It is 7:30. So what I would like to do is get the show on the road. We have a quorum, so we can. Let's see. There is. Why don't we seat Lorenzo as a regular member so we have full board for the evening, if that's okay with all present. And
Okay.
I would like to just
Yep.
call to order the meeting of Thursday, July the 8th, 2021, 7:30 p.m. And identification of members, if I could just ask everyone to identify themselves for the record.
Deirdre Daly,
Pauline,
Go ahead, Deidre. We got Deidre Daly.
Chris Cody, member.
Pauline Kropsic, member.
Lorenzo Gaudioso, alternate, but seated tonight.
And Peter Phillips, chair. Okay, we got that out of the way. The next step will be the approval of the minutes of May 13th. We didn't have a meeting in June. Did you all have a chance to read the minutes?
yes.
Okay. Could I get a motion to approve them as written? Or are there any questions? First of all, are there any questions about the minutes or any corrections?
No questions.
Okay. Do I hear a
No,
Motion to approve?
motion to approve? Yeah.
Second,
Who made the motion? I didn't see that.
Deirdre,
Deidre. Okay,
Deidre.
Deidre made the motion. And who's
Chris.
okay? Then we'll go on to the business at hand tonight. What we have here is a simple lot line revision submitted by Thomas Fitzgerald. It's on 110, 114 Town Line Road. And what we're doing is we're simply moving a lot line, a previous lot line that divided the property into a 10-acre parcel and to a, I think it would be, the original was 10 acres and 67.585 acres. By moving that lot line from on the top, I don't know if you can all see that map properly, but there is the original lot line simply divided. There we are. On the top right, that lot line will be abandoned, and a new lot line will be created in the center of the property. Yep, that's where the cursor moves right now, to create the same number of lots as before. So we did not add a lot, we simply moved the lot line, and therefore it is a lot line revision. The new lots have the appropriate circle to indicate that there's room for building a house on it, but with that kind of acreage, it's almost not of a question that there would be sufficient room. Are there any questions as to what we're doing here, and any comments or concerns?
So the original, Peter, the original lot size that's being moved was 10 acres. And what is it being increased to?
Well, it simply moved over now. What we have two lots that are 41.47 acres and 36.18 acres, or 8 acres. You have the same number of lots, only we have two very large lots as opposed to a small one and a very large lot. Is the representative of for Mr. Fitzgerald here?
Yes,
I guess
hi. My name is
you-
Steve Sullivan from CCA Engineers. How are you?
Good, how are you? I
Good.
had only one question that I wanted to, before we go to the motion. It's not a concern, but it's just the actual Bridgewater lot line or the Bridgewater property line actually at times encroaches onto the properties. So it moves back and forth. It shouldn't have any issues in terms of road frontage or ownership and so on, but it's just maybe you can enlighten me as to if there are any issues with that might occur if that happens.
No, it's just, it's the town line. Whether the roads in Bridgewater, Roxbury, it's still frontage on a public street.
That's what I thought. We had this discussion this afternoon in the office, and that was my opinion, but you as the surveyor would probably, I thought you might be able to shed some different light on it, but that's what I thought, and they can't deny access to a public road, so that frontage is certainly appropriate. That kind of answers my question. Anybody else, any questions on this lot line revision?
Did we already do a lot line revision on this property?
No, we did not. That was
didn't?
what you see there, that was the original. Now, I don't even know if this was an original first cut of this entire property, but in any event, it is original two lots. I'm not quite sure how they originated, whether it's through a first cut or through a subdivision, but in any event, all we're doing is whether it would be a original subdivision or it would be a original first cut. We're simply moving the line and still have no more than two lots as we had in the past. So that's a good question though, but nevertheless, the lot line revision as we have it here right now would have no bearing on the fact as to whether it came by virtue of a subdivision or by virtue of a first cut in the past.
Okay.
Peter, in the application, I think it said that the last time that was done was 1962.
Oh, it simply said
I looked at the,
that existed prior to the, if I read the,
That's
correct.
correct.
yeah, it simply said property easement, let's see, where is it? Did the existing lots exist prior to February 5, 1962? And the answer is yes. So this was prior
Right.
to actually, when we had our zoning regulations first put into place.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Can I hear if somebody would want to make a motion on the approval of the lot line division for property known as, let me just read this. Property known as 110 Town Line Road, 110 and 114 Town Line Road in Roxbury, Connecticut. As depicted on, I have the big map here on a map indicating lot line revisions prepared for Thomas Fitzgerald of 110 and 114 Town Line Road in Roxbury, Connecticut.
This is Chris Cody. I'll make a motion to approve.
Okay,
I'll
Lorenzo,
second.
second.
Lorenzo second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Okay.
that solves the major issue for tonight.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Take care.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, so are there any, there are no chairman reports to report to you. What be probably something that at least general information, we're working on a affordable housing policy through the state. And it's just in a very early infant stages of talking about it and developing it. And for that purpose, there will be a grant issued by the state to hire consultants to assist us in simply creating a affordable housing policy for Roxbury. Again, it's in the very infant stages, and we're forming various committees to enter into that the discussion. And it also is something that we have in our plan of conservation development indicated that we would pursue that possibility of creating an affordable housing project. So it is within the plan of conservation development that we have developed last year.
Peter, who's involved with that? What groups?
Well, it's right now, it came from the COG, and it's Jocelyn Ayer is actually the one that is discussing it with the Board of Selectmen, and we had a brief meeting about it. That Jim and I were present, zoning and planning and zoning were present simply to discuss the possibilities and to form a group. And right now, their volunteers are being sought to be beyond that. it would be good to at least have somebody from planning and zoning on there. I would certainly be willing to sit in it and be part of that advisory group, but that's still in the process of deciding as to who's going to be on it, and it's all on a volunteer basis.
If they need another body, I think it's very important that we try to find a way to keep our seniors in Roxbury. And if somebody wants to downsize, they have very limited options today.
Yeah, I think Lawrence, it is more in conjunction with the definition of affordable housing as it applies to the state regs,
Yeah,
such as minimum income guidelines, et cetera, et cetera. So, and I agree with you. And in fact, we had a 3-year process of developing affordable housing through our smart growth committee, and we had all kinds of items on the table that was not received very well by the citizens of Roxbury. But nevertheless, we have a lot of work done that could be utilized to kind of aid and assist and advise as to what to do. It could be simply a housing authority type of situation, that's being developed. As we have our neighbor in Washington, Depot, they have that kind of a format right now, as all said. So I've requested from Jocelyn Ayer to at least get kind of a format of what a policy might look like. And she has sent something to me for review, and they will be also reviewed by all parties involved once we have the group formed. And Conservation Commission would probably something, I think, as we had done with the POCD, and as we had done with our Smart Growth Committee process, we had someone from all commissions, one member from all commission representing that whole process. And I'm sure we all will be notified, very, very quickly and asked to, if some, and again, I appreciate you saying that, Lorenzo. If there's, I would certainly we'll at least have someone from planning, and most likely I will probably be there. But my schedule these days is somewhat limited. So, but I will certainly endeavor to be part of that.
yeah. If you need another body, let me know.
Okay, sounds good. Now, any questions, any thoughts, any concerns? I would like to get a motion to adjourn, if I could.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Right.
Thank you, everyone, for making time to being here tonight. And before long, we'll be together in person, I'm sure.
When do you think that will be?
I would think, I would almost bet that we'll go through the whole year doing what we're doing right now. Maybe that hybrid method that Lorenzo and that Julia talked about, and Lorenzo had mentioned it, he's doing right now. So, I think that may be the next step would be that hybrid type meeting. And I really almost don't see it happening again back to normal until sometime the first quarter of next year. Especially since there's this big discussion about another virus that has developed. It's a COVID virus, but it's
The Delta.
the Delta virus. Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So,
always going to be
Even though
another
there's
virus.
such a mixed message on it, you don't know whether from some authorities you hear that the current vaccination treats that virus or handles that virus as well. The others say that it does not, and continue mask. Certain states have already talked about shutting down again, which I think is insanity. But anyway, it is what it is. So we'll have to just see what happens.
So none of the commissions are meeting in person?
Well,
Or
the next step would be to meet on that hybrid basis that Julie had mentioned earlier. Where we, I guess,
We're not ready to do hybrid yet.
but they will be the next step once we are ready for that. So and I would think that would happen this year probably, right, Julie?
I hope it happens by September.
Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, but we were
We'll probably
hoping to
have
get up and running for
we'll have it
June.
before our first snowstorm.
My understanding is the equipment is back ordered, so.
Well,
okay.
We'll let you know how we do next week.
Okay, good.
I'll report back.
That sounds great. All right, meeting is adjourned. I guess we had a motion and seconded. And again, I appreciate everything that everyone has done for tonight, volunteering your time. And hope to see you again soon.
Okay, take
Good
care.
night.
Good night.
Care.